Today, as we stand at the crossroads of a rich legacy and a really exciting future, it's a privilege for us to hear from the leaders whose vision and guidance fuel not just organizations, but the progress of an entire nation. Tonight, we are honored to have with us a leader whose commitment to driving India's energy security and sustainability has been instrumental in shaping the course of India's future. It is with great respect and gratitude that I invite the Honorable Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas, the Government of India, Shri Hardeep Singh Puri, to deliver the keynote address. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm round of applause for him.
A very good evening to all of you. I just want to endorse something that the Master of Ceremonies, if I may call her that, what she said in describing the anthem, and I should say before that, what was unveiled as the emblem or the motto. And I congratulate the BPCL family. As you celebrate 50 glorious years, I think that significance of those 50 years lies in the fact that you are positioning yourself for another glorious and even more successful 50 years to follow. And I think that is the real message which resonates through this evening's celebrations. My colleagues in the ministry, Secretary Shri Pankaj Jain ji, other senior officers, CMD of BPCL, Shri Krishna Kumar ji, my friends, some more recent, others of long standing, the regulator, Anil Jain ji, my friend Rahul, I hope you don't mind calling me calling you that, because I've known Rahul at least for a quarter of a century, I would think, when I was posted in London, and he was a successful, iconic sportsman even then, and I think he's gone on to achieve even greater heights. So I'm delighted that you are the brand ambassador. I presume you are the brand ambassador for BPCL. My colleagues and collaborators who are CMDs of the OMCs, I see many of you present here. As we commemorate this remarkable achievement, we should also remember that your successes have in fact been anchored in the growth. You have benefited by the growth of the economy, and you have in turn contributed to that growth. If we are the 5th largest economy in the world today, soon to assume our position within the next few months as the 4th largest, and our movement thereon to become the 3rd largest economy, in that growth, energy has played a vital role. I was very fond of using the expression that energy is the lifeline of an economy. When I went to ADIPEC some time ago, I was told this is more the backbone or reed ki haddi of the economy. I could agree with all those descriptions. Yesterday, you declared your results for the 3rd quarter, 20% quarter-on-quarter growth, 20% year-on-year growth. And I must tell you that it was only recently, about 3.5 years ago, when I had the privilege of being associated with this ministry, it seemed to me then that somebody wanted to privatize or disinvest this company. It didn't take me too long to, this is not anything particular, but there was this thing, we must privatize economic entities, earn money through privatization, disinvestment. I was part of an earlier experience when I was civil aviation. We successfully did the disinvestment of Air India, and that was a very good decision. But when it came to BPCL, I thought, well, everyone wants to acquire BPCL. There must be some hidden treasure, and it didn't take us too long. And today, the profit that you have made after tax last year proves, and that you are on the verge of repeating it, that the decision for you to continue to run the 22,000 plants that you have, retail outlets that you have, are very talented musicians. When he cycled on top of one of them, he saw one. That must have been a few years ago. You've already got 22,000 of them now. But it's not just what you dispense at the point of retail, petrol and diesel. I think BPCL as a successful entity is now well on its way to becoming an integrated energy company, and in many ways. So whether we discuss the fact that you were able to unveil a indigenously produced electrolyzer at the last India Energy Week, or that you are active in other forms, in other areas of green energy transformation, I think that's a tribute to you, my friend, the CMD, Mr. Krishna Kumar, your senior management team, and the entire BPCL family, and I want to warmly congratulate you for that achievement. It was not too long ago when the first oil installation in Ernakulam in 1907 to pioneering invitation like the first drive-through fuel station in 1932 and LPG introduction in India during 1955. Key milestones include Asia's largest refinery, Mumbai refinery, with a capacity of 2.2 million metric tons per annum in 1955. I could go on listing those. For those of you who saw the 50 years journey beautifully graphically captured on the wall on the way into this celebration, I think this will remain permanently etched in our minds as you embark on the conquest of the next 50 years. The earlier one was a journey. I think you are in the position you are now. You will be conquering new frontiers. And I can tell you, you have not only the goodwill, but the support not only of your own BPCL family, but a lot of other economic stakeholders in the country. You have been in the forefront of retail innovation, embracing new technologies, leading the implementation of our ethanol policy, and modernizing your guest houses with contemporary interiors and refurbishing updates. That's all what companies do. I used to be familiar with a saying when I was a civil servant, and when I became an ambassador, and I was an ambassador for a long period of time, somebody once told me that one of the most important things when you are going on a posting is to have had a good ambassador in the place earlier. I asked why. He said, because he would have made sure your infrastructure is in place. And I think you've inherited a very good past from your days in terms of your predecessor entity. And I find them very well maintained. So I think your next 50 years, whilst you diversify as an integrated energy company, you will also, in that process, contribute to other sectors of the economy in that process. Today, the Mumbai, Bina and Kochari refineries have a combined capacity of over 35.3 million metric tons per annum, delivering energy efficiently across our vast nation. Our energy ethanol blending program, BPCL has achieved ethanol blending a percentage of 19.30 in the months of January 2025. Now, you know, we had an overall target of 20% to be achieved by 2030. Now, if each of our companies does 20% now in January, which also shows overall blending target is, I think, what we've done about 18.9 or 19%. And I think the targeted biofuel blending of, we required what, 1,100 crore liters? I keep getting mixed up with figures. We're almost there. So the issue now is, how do we position ourselves in the journey beyond 20%? And where do we need to go? And as we are proud, I must say, a compliment which came to me from the original linear progenitor, the Brazilians. And I was posted in Brazil many years ago. I served there from January 2006 to May 2008. So when I complimented Unica and said, we learned a lot from you. And he said, but you've achieved so much in the last few years. We took 20 years to get to that journey. But then I paid him a compliment. I said, because you had already traveled that journey and we could learn from your experience. Today, on the ethanol blending program, we have a variety of feeds, not only sugarcane-based feeds, but maize, agricultural waste, broken food grain, agricultural waste, parali, we're going into bamboo. So all this is because of the stakeholders who have been able to work all these, the BPCL and the other OMCs. The CNG, PNG solutions, BPCL has set up around 630 CNG stations and provided 4.5 lakh PNG connections in the country. Renewable energy, 10 GW by 2035. You have operationalized 20 CBG plants, 2G ethanol plants at Bargarh, and set up a pilot SAF plant. With an investment of about 5,044 crores, BPCL is establishing a 400 KTPA polypropylene unit at Kochi refinery, responding to India's burgeoning demand for petrochemicals. BPCL's rupees 1.70 lakh crore investment over the next five years will facilitate and boost India's energy transition and strengthen its integration into the global energy supply chain, prioritizing reliability and sustainability. You have been at the forefront of transformative CSR initiatives, enriching countless lives across the country. Your flagship projects like Project Boond, ensuring water conservation accessibility, Akshar, promoting education, and skill development institutes enhancing employability have all significantly uplifted deserving and underserved communities. These initiatives have collectively benefited millions of individuals, fostering sustainable growth and empowerment. I want to list in particular your contribution to energy transition leadership, technology advancement, customer-centric approach, digital transformation, and safety and compliance as being the areas where you stand out, including investment in skill development significantly. But the overriding emphasis of excellence in the last 50 years needs to be further fortified into an even more successful next 50 years. So will you all join me in applauding the BPCL, CMD, its management, and all of you who contribute to the BPCL's family. More strength to your elbow. Thank you very much.